Welcome to Voodoo Whiskey Gaming, and this is my late review of High on Life. I played on the Xbox Series X. It's also available on the Series S, Xbox One, and PC. So let's get into this story. You play as a nameless character, you get to pick what they look like, and it doesn't matter at all. You and your sister are getting ready for a party when aliens invade Earth to use humans as drugs. Yeah, they smoke humans and it gets them high, and I guess they smoke other species too. To fight against the G3 cartel, you join up with a washed up bounty hunter. He gives you his suit and, well, yes, start kicking ass across the universe. Except for not really across the universe, it's only a few places. What I will say is that I do love the characters in this game. I think the writing for this game is fantastic. It's written by the same guys who do Rick and Morty, so it's got that personality, it's got that sense of humor. All your guns are characters, they're not just weapons. They talk to you, they have their own personalities, it's awesome. So let's get into the audio, and the first thing I'm going to say is the voiceover work is awesome in this game. You will have a lot of familiar voices if you've ever watched a single episode of Rick and Morty, but they just do a great job. They bring this wacky and weird sci-fi world to life. As for the music, I like the music. It's actually surprisingly chill, even in the combat situations where it does get more intense, but it still feels surprisingly chill. As for the sound effects, I think the sound effects are very well done. They all fit with the sci-fi, weird, wacky aesthetic that is going on in this game, so no complaints there either. Now let's get into the gameplay mechanics and whatnot, and this is a first-person sci-fi game. It's very much one of those hub world type of games where you select a mission, go to an area. They're like pseudo open world areas, but you are guided through them as you pick bounties. Certain bounties happen in the same area. And that was one thing that I found a little disappointing, is you have these really interesting and well-designed areas, but there's so few of them. With the creative team behind this game, you really would have expected more planets, more places to go. There are some side things along the way, but it is very much, mission to mission. There's collectibles. You can buy upgrades for your suit as well as for your weapons. And each of the weapons has their own abilities. They have abilities that will help you explore more, so you get a little bit of that Metroidvania going back and collecting loot crates, which really just give you more money and some items as well, but, collectibles. I will say I do like that each of the weapons feel very different, and they do have their different uses. They come in handy in different ways in different boss fights, different general combat situations. Also, I do kind of want to gripe that it's a fairly short game. I got through it pretty quickly. Now, as for the controls, for the most part, I don't have any real complaints with the controls. I do think it's weird. Once again, another game, literally the following week, where you press down on the D-pad to crouch. I still find that weird. It's not, ruinous. Overall, I felt the controls worked well enough. Admittedly, there were some times where I was holding down for rapid fire and I wasn't getting rapid fire, so that was a little janky. But it never got me killed. It never really ruined my experience. And then last but not least, the graphics and visuals. And visually, this is just a fantastic game, and graphically, it's a very cartoony looking game, so that just fits with, the aesthetic that these creators have in general. The second you see the design of these aliens, you can very much see the creative element behind it. You know that this is the same team behind Rick and Morty, which is absolutely a compliment. It really is a unique looking game out there right now. I really appreciate what they've done, and what they do visually really fits with the humor. There is some shit that is just truly, truly gruesome and over the top, and you're just sitting there going, wow, guys. But at the same time, it works so very well with just that very twisted sense of humor that comes with this game. But going beyond that, like I said, everything they do, it really fits within their own universe. You could see this fitting into the Rick and Morty universe, but it all fits within the universe they built for this game. All the creature designs, all the weapon designs, the world designs, all of it works very well. I also love that it's a very bright and colorful game, and then when there's nighttime, they do a good job making these areas feel like nighttime. From a visual standpoint, I think it's a great looking game. It'll definitely hold up. And then before the wrap up, I did have a couple of glitches. There was one fight that I did where I had killed all the enemies and there was supposed to be another wave that would come, but they didn't trigger. So I had to restart the checkpoint. That was a little annoying. And then there was one persistent glitch near the very end where it said I could talk to my sister so I could just have a final conversation there, and it wouldn't do anything, and I would literally have to leave, like go to another planet, come back, and then if I tried to talk to her, still wouldn't let me, so I had to leave, come back, and then I finally talked to Jean and was able to trigger the final mission. But it was still weird that they gave me the option to talk to her and then it glitched just consistently. Nothing that destroyed the game, but still frustrating. So to wrap this up, there's so much good about this game, but at the same time, I have trouble recommending it at full price. It is short, there's no new game plus, there's just not quite enough there for full price. It is available on Game Pass, so if you have it, fuck yeah, go play it. But if you're gonna be paying for this game, $60 feels a bit steep. I would wait till it's down to like $40. That'd be my recommendation at least. Otherwise, yeah, recommended, but at a discount. Okay, so in the comments down below, why don't you tell me what's your favorite alien race from Rick and Morty? And as always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. And if you like what I'm doing in general, share and subscribe. Have a good one.